Hello and welcome. My name is Shira Cohen and I'm the host of this podcast and the author of the book called Reclaiming Our Wellbeing. I'm a yoga teacher, yoga therapist, Ayurvedic wellness educator and emotional coach. So this is a space of sharing stories that uplift, encourage and transform. So enjoy. Hello everyone, good morning. So I'm starting really early today. And I wanted to talk about seriousness and playfulness. So I've been noticing a lot of seriousness. I mean, it's chronic. In yoga classes, people are so serious that they don't even know how to smile anymore. And so I often try and make some silly jokes to break the silence. But it's not fun to do anything when we're always serious. And so I'm seeing seriousness permeating everything, and even the places where we should be enjoying and relaxing, such as yoga. So I often say to students in yoga, when we do balancing poses, to actually enjoy the wobble, to look at how we react when we wobble. And what is the first thought, like, oh, I should be getting this straight, or why am I wobbling? Or, how serious are we? How severe and harsh are we to ourselves? How much do we criticize ourselves all the time? And where's that coming from? Why do we do that? Is that from our internal voice, or is that an external voice? Do we get that from our culture or our family? So start to have a look at what our culture is actually teaching us to love ourselves, to enjoy life, to appreciate the sensuality, or to actually ignore, subvert, mitigate, punish even the pleasure side of the human. So like anything, all aspects of life are important, so is pleasure. So in my book, I've put the pleasure aspect into the second chakra, which is Swadhisthana. It's all about delight, joy, the lightness of things, to feel this new experience of being separate, but at the same time getting very intimate with something, like sexually, but also just sensually. It can be just enjoying the view. Like, how many times do you now walk in a park and actually see people enjoying what they're seeing in awe or devotion or wonder? I don't see so many people, and sometimes I even get the feeling that to do so, I'm strange because I'm one of the few of thousands who does it. Do people still appreciate things? Ask yourself, and why not? Is it just because we're absorbed in stress? Is it just because we are such experts and professionals? Is it just because our world is such a mess? What's going on, really? Because the world is still beautiful. There is still all these amazing moments in time, all the time. Like, if we have this overstimulated sensory continuum going on, then obviously sitting down in meditation becomes dull and boring. We're desensitized to the beauty of the small, subtle deliciousness of life. So Swadhisthana is all about getting back to delicious, finding out what's delicious, and that's gonna give us so much more joy and energy to keep going when things get tough. So there's simple exercises or activities that we can even do, things that are fun. Go out with friends or a group of friends or just one friend, just for fun. Keep it light. Don't get serious. I mean, I'm a very serious person. I love serious conversations. I love discussions, but it's also nice to just have fun. So today I'm seeing my fun friend Felicia, and we always just try and keep it light and laugh even when it gets dark because we can, and just go with the flow. So Swadhisthana is connected to water, And so another way is to stand by water, watch a river stream, or if you can't see a river, go to a pond or a lake or some water body next to you physically, and just allow yourself to experience the water as if, and also experience time passing by like a river. This moment, this very moment of now, is never coming back. And this next moment, the same. It's always unique. And if we can, again, settle, become earthy, heavy, and then appreciate this gentle flow of life that is continuously giving gifts of presence, when we presence, and intelligence, when we connect with the intelligence of life that is all around us all the time. We don't need external anythings. It's all here already. Another way you can do this is just savor bodily sensations. So this is in my book. I have these activities. So first, the most simple things is just to do practices that are inspirational, playful, and enjoyable. What do you enjoy? Go do that. Is it eating a delicious chocolate cake with ice cream? It's very simple. So savor bodily sensations as you move, breathe, act, speak. Feel the wonder of water while doing the dishes or having a shower. Feel each step as you walk and notice the connection within the body between bones, joints, and the transfer of that energy when you touch the earth moving up to the jaw. Note the softness of your child's, partner's, or pet's skin or fur. Be fully present with your loved ones. Perceive the sensations, emotions, and energy in the space between you whilst being in each other's presence, and let it be sacred. So I was listening to Iain again, McGilchrist, and he was talking about the sacred and these intimate moments that we can have, and that awareness, or he was calling it attention. When we give proper attention, that is the sacred, that is love. And the deepest love is being fully present. So I've had this beautiful, very short connection with someone, and we were just so present when we were together. And I'm still in love with him because I've never had that kind of presence with anyone, and that is love. Now I understand what McGilchrist meant by that, because I have experienced that kind of love, and you have it with your child, obviously, but it's different. It's much softer. And but yeah, there's so many ways to enjoy life, and we don't need all these sensual things. We don't need our phones. We don't need something extreme and painfully expensive. We don't need to go on holidays. It's all just here right now. I'm not saying we don't need to go anywhere, but you can enjoy any moment. So another way is be playful and sensual when you swim, shower. Let your senses come alive to all the incoming sensations, the coldness, the texture, the depth, the heaviness, the fluidity of water when you swim. Just go out and play with some kids. It might seem creepy, but that's only because there's been this perspective painted onto the world that everyone's a creep. Even my daughter calls me creep half the time, just because it's a cool thing to do, I guess. I don't know, she picked it up at school. She wouldn't have it from herself. So where is all this coming from? Why is our culture portraying everyone as a creep and everyone as someone to be suspicious of, as someone to rip apart? I was even looking at one of our politicians, Pieter Omtzigt, who is actually very integral, very good person. And now he started a party. He was doing his own thing. He was a single MP for the last 2 years. after they his party was speaking behind his back for 2 whole days in the parliament. And now he's started his own party and it's going really well. But lots of people have been watching him for the last 2 years. He was the only one to stand up for a lot of people. Okay, there was Renske Leijten as well and Farid Azarkan from 2 other parties. But he was the main one who started all this and kept going and was really on the ball. And so people have been watching this, people who do watch a little bit of politics, and notice that this man is really working hard for the people. You know, he's one of the few. And so now he's got this party going and lots of people, more than 2,000 people wanted to be part of the party. So he had lots of applications. And then they're ripping him to pieces on all these stupid little news channels because he's doing well. But it just shows that people know what integrity is, and that is what we all want. And let him be happy, let him enjoy. He's worked so hard, he had a burnout, you know, let him glow, let him shine. What's wrong with that? Why do we need to rip everyone apart? Where is this jealousy and incompetence coming from the other people? It's a lack of self-worth that you need to rip others apart. It's very terrible. Well, anyway, that's that expert syndrome that we've got, this left hemisphere overdrive, where the only thing that really matters is models, money, and power. And it's been seeping into our healthcare, into our education systems, and finally people are waking up. So I don't know if I shared this last week. Yeah, I think I did. But we had what do you call that? A parent evening. And in the parent evening too, we were talking about there's nothing, no plants in the room. There's nothing sensually stimulating. It was like a prison, you know. Why have we let it get this bad? But luckily they fired this principal who had forced the school to become all grey and blue rooms. Nothing was allowed in there, only the screen. You know, they were trying to go high tech, go into this anti-human world that some idiots are trying to create. And I think we've all got to wake up, stand up, and speak out. It's enough. Zoom isn't the answer to living life in a world that's getting warmer and warmer. Yeah, there is climate change, but there's always been climate change. I'm not saying that we're not contributing. I don't drive a car. I don't take planes often. I consume very little and do everything organic. So I am doing my part. I recycle everything. I consume as little as possible of things that are commercial. I usually buy clothes secondhand and anything else, books. So we can do our best like that, but doesn't mean you shouldn't enjoy life. Still have a flight once a year if you want to, because it is those people who have, like people, billionaires and millionaires, who are polluting the world. It's not us little people, even though there's 8 billion of us. Yeah. So get that through your heads. Start to wake up, start to enjoy life again. We don't have to punish ourselves. We are not the burden. We are part of nature. And it's time to enjoy life, and that'll give us the strength to turn around the crap that we have created. We have made a mess, and it's time to clean up. But that needs us to also enjoy and take care of ourselves. We can't take care of the world if we ourselves are burnt out or just feeling terrible and like a burden. We are not a burden. We are part of this ever intelligent, co-creating planet. Another beautiful thing I was watching with Iain, he was speaking to a rabbi, and this rabbi was from the Kabbalah. He was talking about the Torah, and it was very beautiful how they were connecting on so many points, and that life and God and us, we are doing this together. There is no separation. And the process of this, even when it's terrible and chaotic and crazy and painful and destructive, this division and meanness, it is part of the process. The meanness shows us our goodness. It is the breaking apart, is the opening up, and then remembering what it is we love about people. Remembering and seeing more and more people wanting connection. I'm seeing more and more people just all of a sudden from different classes. Normally you have these upper class people who don't actually smile at you and don't want to talk to you if you look a little different, but they're actually seeking connection. They're starting to realize life is about our cooperation, co-organization, community, co-unity. So this is what gives life meaning. This is what gives our lives meaning, gives us meaning, is the relationship we have with other. No matter how messy, no matter how hard, no matter how deep someone has sunk, we are there for each other, and we are doing this together. And there is no end, there is no apocalypse, there's no end of the world. This is something we've been fed because it helps to move the masses. Wake up, stand up, and turn this around, okay? Find ways to enjoy life and find the beauty. Have a look at how amazing your child is, even when they're assholes, even when they have a big mouth and call you a creep. They're still amazing. They are just slowly separating from you as a child, as their own individual. It's a good thing. It's healthy. Anyway, so I don't have any practice for today except for these activities. So enjoy taste, smell, sound, touch, and vision. Savor it like it's completely novel. Whatever you're doing, even if you eat muesli every day, taste every little different nuance of flavor. Move, change your physiological flow. Get up and dance, run, jump, sing. Any action, and feel it. Don't be afraid. Don't hold yourself back. Feel it. Express self-expression, self-identity. Know who you are. Reclaim your well-being, because when you reclaim yours, we reclaim ours. That's what it's all about. Our well-being, not mine, not yours, ours. We need all of us to be happy. Namaste. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely week. Speak to you next week.